Oh, gee. I don't know how to use StreamYard, really. I'm just a nitwit. So, Terry Himes, hey, Gil Lamb, Baron Guitars. Here it is, the Dr. Groovy after show. My mic working? Hello, hello, hello. Now, my Chromebook is so slow. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, shit. Hello, hello. Okay, you can hear me good. All right. I'm terrible with technology. All right. Dr. Groovy has links. Spider fan, how you doing? Greg Reynolds, how you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing? ADHD, Sharp, Michael B, Spider fan, John Landino. Drink him if you got him. Pooh Ninja, hey, thanks, buddy. So I posted videos of the trio last night, and I think it's going to be our new direction with the acoustic thing. Even though Linda probably will she's fighting that bass. She's kind of fighting it. She said she'd stick with it for a while, but it doesn't make a difference if she plays a regular bass that she's used to, one of her Fenders. But I will be playing the acoustic guitar, and Fred will be using the stripped down version of the electronic kit. Mr. B, weren't you feeling good there, buddy? The the A2 stick guitar part is cool. My bell didn't notify me, but checking notifications listed you. Hey, Spikes, what you doing? Yeah, well, we were just with Dr. Groovy for a couple hours. He hopefully will pop in here at any time. I sent him a link. He should show up downstage. Did we get a super chat? Gil, you son of a gun. You sonny gun, you. Thanks, man. Gil, you've been a long time subscriber, one of the longest. But I, the, what you guys think? Got you, Scott. Say something.
Howdy, howdy.
It's working. The I posted the videos last night. There are going to be more videos coming. There's one that's really cool of us doing Friends in Low Places, and the place goes the ladies there kind of go crazy. It's a hilarious video. The drummer posted it on Facebook. If you got my Facebook, you could probably find it. I'll put my own version of it up either late tonight or early tomorrow. And I just got informed that tomorrow we have to go purchase a freaking lawnmower.
Yay.
One that starts. So I don't know how much time I'll get to mess around, but I just had such a good time at the gig last night that I was nervous about it. I've got my activity watch, and I looked down before it was time to go. Scott, my heartbeat was like 110 beats.
Wow.
And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I knew I was nervous,
It wasn't a Coke.
And no, it wasn't the Coke. And I don't get nervous about gigs usually, it's like I get bothered by them. It's like I got to go fucking do this again.
Right.
But this, I was like, we're gonna try out the new stuff. We're gonna try out the new thing. That's something. I hate to do this without Linda. I could go get her, but I've got the I haven't unboxed the new piece of equipment. Let me grab her. She's in there thumping. I just got to open the door and shout. Hey, Linda.
Hey, Linda.
Come here, man.
Come on. Get your butt in here.
Get your butt in here. Come here a minute.
Come here.
Come here a minute.
Hey.
The door. She's dressed to the hilt, folks.
That's right. Hi, Linda.
We're gonna unbox. You can sit on the stool. She wanted to see it. And
oh, okay.
She wanted to see it get unboxed. So the pink lady.
Everybody wave a Linda.
There's the thing.
What'd you get? We don't know yet, do we?
I know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You never know what they're gonna send you. I gotta find.
That's true.
I have to find a sharp implement.
Is that a pancake?
Yes.
Did you get it from Sweetwater?
Yes. I won't buy from Musician's Friend anymore. In American Music Supply and like Z Sounds and that stuff, I don't know.
I noticed you didn't. Go ahead. Linda's can talk.
Honor is never bothered, never messed up the whole.
Right.
No, listen to this. My neighbor bought a drum set from them. I don't remember the brand, but it wasn't cheap. And the kick drum had a dent in it. And he took a picture of it and he sent them the picture. And they said, all right, we'll take care of it. A couple days later, a new drum shows up at his door. So he calls the guy on the phone. He goes, hey, what do I do with this other drum? And the guy goes, I guess you're keeping it. He goes, you just gave me a $500 kick drum. And the guy went, well, be happy.
Sure.
You wouldn't see Musician's Friend do that.
Uh-huh. That's true.
Guitars all messed up. They were brand new. They had scents in them and all kinds of crap.
Yeah,
no.
When we ordered our players' guitars from Guitar Center, they said they had them in stock and they lied. My guitar came from Texas, a Guitar Center in Texas, and they send us an email telling us we have one that's out of the box, that's on the show floor. It's never been touched or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, candy. We got candy.
You didn't get it with the PA, did you?
No. And would you accept this guitar? And I go, well, you got to knock some money off of it for doing this. And the guy, the man at the store goes, I can't do that. He goes, but what I can do is I can overnight it. Oh, all right. The next day, we get the exact same fucking form letter from New York Guitar Center about her bass. We don't have one in the box, but we've got one on the floor that hasn't been touched yet. Will you accept it? And I go to this guy, I'll accept it if you'll overnight ship it. He goes, well, I can't do that, but I can give you 10% off. Well, where did you people get your shit together? The guy from Texas couldn't give me 10% off, but he overnighted it. You're in New York. You won't overnight it, but you'll give me 10% off. I said, whatever. So they show up. No wrenches for the guitars. No whammy bar for my guitar. I had to call 3 or 4 times before they finally sent me the fucking tremolo arm. Because believe it or not, with all the Strats I got, I did not have one tremolo arm that the threads were the same, that fit into that trem block. So they finally sent me the tremolo arm. This is a Mix 12 FX.
Oh, cool.
Mix 12 FX.
Cool. And you can run that into your other PA.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
That's the plan. So then we ordered gig bags for our guitars.
Is Duncan able to get in?
Yeah, there he is. I didn't see him. I'm sorry. There you go, Dreamboat.
Yeah, you fuckwit. I'm sitting there going, when's he going to let me in?
Are other people coming in?
Cut your volume down there a bit.
Are other people coming in?
No.
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 You want me to turn my gain down a little bit? I'll actually turn it up.
Quit shouting. That's my job.
Is that better?
I can't open it. We're not going to see it.
So it's not going to be a after show
Come on, let Linda do it. Let the grown
chatty thing.
Now you can turn your gain up, Duncan. Well, I don't want to destroy the box. Where it went. God,
Is that all right?
Difficult. There it is. Got it. And of course, there's 3 pounds of this fun foam in here.
Yeah.
It's coming out. That's the power supply, I'm sure. They all got power supplies now. Why can't they just have
A cord.
cord? So much for that.
You bet.
It's hers now.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Bronze Snake, how you doing?
Where are you seeing these people at?
Over in the chat.
I don't have that.
Don't know what to tell you. You can watch it on YouTube. If you open up a YouTube tab, you'll have it. But make sure that you mute it.
Yeah. Hang on. I can post the chat to Scott in here.
Oh, into here?
Yeah, I'll just pop it out, and in the same way as we do it.
Right.
Copy address.
Okay, this is.
There you go. There's a link to the pop out.
MX12.
Thank you.
We got 4 XLR inputs here.
What do you have as far as outputs?
We've got control room out left and right, main out left and right, effects send, phones, and tape, CRT or CR.
Now, did you say you had a XLR out?
The PA does. This doesn't.
Okay, but that'll go into a 1/4-inch channel on the PA.
And it has that.
Yeah.
It has that. It has a
So the
stereo.
microphone and the 1/4-inch are the same.
Well, and plus also the mic inputs, the XLR are the combination XLR 1/4-inch ones in the middle.
Oh, there you go.
You can do that. But it's got the third channel is the left and right, with left being mono. If you plug something into it. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, that's all right. And for effects, it has small stage, small room, large room, warm hall, bright hall, classic plate, bright plate, vocal plate, chorus flanger, slapback, and space echo.
And the partridge in a pear tree.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed.
And the partridge family. I know, don't give up my day job.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with me.
Well, that ought to get some extra input.
Yeah. Because last night, Fred was singing through his
Drum thing.
But what he's got a subwoofer, and then on a pole, he's got this $1,000 Mackie full range, funny shaped squash down cabinet.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah. It looks like a huge thing that would go by on the back seat of a King Cab
What's
truck.
that?
It looks like a box that would go on the back seat of a King Cab pickup truck on the
Yeah.
like a huge subwoofer box.
What is my face?
It can plug into any one of these. Your bass can plug into any one of them.
Do we need more cords?
No. No, dear, we don't need more cords. We need to sell some cords. I've got guitar cords from like 30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I've got so many cords that I go, where'd this cord come from? You ordered that when? 10 years ago.
We should buy new cords.
She wants new cords now. All right. That's up to you.
Yeah, you should.
Let's look at the one thing about it, better than the Behringer power supplies. The Behringer power supplies on their little boards,
Yeah.
they got this funky little 3-pin thing. If you break that thing, you're screwed.
Oh, you're SOL. Yeah.
Yeah. And this has just got like an effects pedal.
Right.
It's got
There you
that.
go.
So
Yeah.
that at least that's stable. That computer bag will work just great. My laptop bag. We'll get a laptop bag for it.
Atomic fireballs and a bit of honey.
If something happens to not work on this, we want to have that box.
That'll work. That's
It's a Mackie. I'm sure it'll work, but you gotta consider the operator.
The ovulator.
The ovulator. But anyway, okay, that's unboxed and she's happy.
I remember that song. Ovulator.
You gotta keep them ovulated.
Well, we got some.
I thought you were going to bring up some country song about unboxing, and she was happy.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh man, Doc, I found a station today here on YouTube, and they just play old country music. I mean, the old stuff.
And it's called Willie's Roadhouse.
No, it's like that, but it's on YouTube.
I've probably been on that channel. See, it fits right into a laptop bag.
Oh, that's cool.
And then she wants to put the instructions in there. Like, I don't know how to work it.
yeah.
You guys going to drop some of those
There we go.
sweet tarts inside of a Coca-Cola and see if it'll fizz all up like a Mentos?
Thank you.
That's a better one.
Yeah. Would you get that box out of here?
But where's my kiss?
Put it outside. What?
I asked Linda, where's my kiss? There it is. Thank you.
She's such a slut. Tramp.
She knows where the good guys are at.
Yeah.
Right here.
So how'd you think the stream went tonight? Did you have fun?
Who, me?
Everybody.
Of course. Yeah, I couldn't believe 2 hours was already up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go really, really quickly. It can go quickly. Although we did have half an hour of fuck-uppery to start with, so let's ignore that.
I'm reading Bronze Snakes.
Hook it up.
Ah,
What do you mean hook it up, do a demo? He could hardly be bothered to do a fucking stream. Never mind, get shit out
I
on
got you,
cables
Jack.
and stuff.
I got you, Jack. Man, that sucks. Well, I get to take care of my wife here soon. She's going in for a lovely big bunion surgery. Have to cut her half her foot off, it looks like.
I was going to say, are they going to remove one or add one?
Going to add one.
Well, you just never know in modern fashion, do you?
The drink of choice is anything I can get my hands on.
Oh, Southern Comfort. Thank you very much.
Coca-Cola.
Cheers.
Coca-Cola, man. Coca-Cola.
Mm. I don't know.
Funny how my Coca-Cola is kind of a urine color.
I'm using my computer mic and my computer camera.
Sounds fine. Looks
I
fine.
can't find out where everything is on it either, and it's right in front of my damn face.
I told Duncan I was going to do it for my Chromebook, and he goes, "Only if you've got good audio. You're not using your camera, your webcam mic on a Chromebook." I was like, "Oh, crying
Well,
out loud."
yeah, I am going to be pissy about the show because I want it to be as professional as possible. As I know we fucked up a little bit to start with, but you are fucking musicians. You should know how to plug audio kit in and sound good. It's as simple as that.
Ooh, I love that show too.
So does my
Do you ever watch it on YouTube?
I'll
Hey,
tell you what, if you watch TikTok, they come up all the time. I watched a couple of them, but it's like, oh my God.
I've been watching botfly removals.
I saw one of those. Oh, well, I don't know where them people live, but I ain't going there.
Oh, they're inside all these kittens, inside their eyeballs and inside their noses, and they're
I seen them
removing these big old honking things.
I seen them taking them out of people.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're pulling them out of all kinds of things. Botflies, yum. But yeah, I sit there and watch like 100 of those a night.
I'll tell you about TikTok. Now, TikTok has some hilarious comedians and some really cool stuff. I don't know why I've got to like change my filters or whatever,
Hmm.
but I get these young girls and these women
Poor thing.
that are well, no, they're showing off their body for views, and
Right.
it's like, come on, man, get a job, you know?
Right.
Want that from the living room?
Yes. Okay.
Just don't get it.
Okay.
So, I saw
Yeah.
some dude with some filthy dude who had maggots in his teeth and gums. Yum.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that's like all the chicks that take off their clothes and play guitar on YouTube.
You know, I tried that. I lost like 100 subs in an hour.
I got some good B cups going now with all this weight. I might be able to get away with it. Shave the hair off my nipples and do a video. The long hair might fool them. I'll pin the beard up and just show it from here down. Don't show the gut. I don't know. Some people might like fatties.
Botflies are not confused with lamb fries.
No.
I remember I went to a summer camp as a kid in Pennsylvania, and they had mountain oysters.
Yep.
I don't know if they were bull balls or pig balls or what they were, but
Usually hog balls. Yeah.
this one kid goes to me, and they had them for breakfast, and this kid goes, "Don't eat the oysters." I didn't, because I didn't. I was like, I'm not eating any kind of oyster. I don't care what kind of oyster it is, a mountain oyster or valley oyster or whatever. I'm not eating it because I'm not into oysters.
Right.
Aim my fucking camera here.
You see Bron's talking about how he hates those guitar chicks, those naked guitar girls. It's like,
Yeah,
man, they get so many subs,
are you
and
kidding me?
you get all these 12-year-old little kids that are all on there. Oh, I think I love you too much. And it's like all these little virgin kids, it's like,
Case,
you're perfect.
Ed Case, Ed Case, tell me if you're the transmission guy. If this is the Ed Case I'm thinking of, this guy builds racing transmissions.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
gonna put it on my Toyota.
No, I mean real racing transmissions. And He was friends with another friend of mine that passed away last year, the one that had the fentanyl overdose. So, like, I didn't know he was doing that crap. I mean, it could just be it could be a coincidence, Ed Case, but
The old bearded clam.
yeah, that's him.
Yep.
Can you
Wallale, bearded clam.
can you put a racing transmission in my Chrysler Pacifica?
Specifically, the Pacifica.
We have a mutual crazy friend named Willard.
Willie.
No, Willard.
Willard Scott.
His name really, I grew up calling him. I knew his name was Willard, but we grew up calling him Ricky. He was Ricky, and
How is that even close to Willard?
I have no idea. But Rick was famous for. He had like at one time he had like 12 or 15 Harleys, but they were all in a crate. He could take them suckers apart, but he never put them back together.
Yeah. What do I do with all these spare parts?
Well, that's how he made his living, was SWAT meets.
Yeah.
Selling parts.
Yeah.
And he had some nice bikes. He had some really nice bikes. And he gets some crazy cars too. Every time I turn around, he's got a different, street rod, old 1932 T bucket with, wheelie bars and shit on the back. And then he traded that for some big old Nash car. Willard's a crazy guy. He was always that way, even when we were little kids. When I was a kid, he used to love to blow shit up. He would make pipe bombs and stuff. And
I did too. My doll, big rubber doll. I used to like to blow that up.
Blow that up. Hey, this is a G-rated show, my man.
Oh, my doctor tried to get me on fentanyl a few years back. Ooh, that'll tear you up.
I don't think that's even a legal drug. I don't know why it even exists. Is there a medical use for it?
We'll have to ask the snake.
I mean, killing pain, right to dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willard was always like that. He'd take them motorcycles apart. And he bought this house. This is a funny story. He got divorced.
Oh, he says painkiller. Go ahead.
His parents had left him property, left him a house, and it was like a cottage. His wife left him. They got divorced, and she went after the house. He gave it to her. He tore it down and put it in a big pile by the road and said, "There it is. Come get it." That's how insane this guy is. And so she was like, all right, he tore the house down. I don't want the property now.
Right.
So he bought the house next door and just started filling it with stuff. And like crazy stuff. A spiral staircase he bought somewhere. He bought out a cabinet company, and he had all their cabinets in this place just laying all over the place, not installed. They're just laying in there.
Hey, Michael.
And he collected antiques. Well, he finally did it. He opened an antique store uptown, and he put all that shit that he had collected over all those years. And it was like, oh, you crazy fucker. You actually had a plan, Because I don't know if it was so much of a plan, but I had to start putting this stuff somewhere and getting rid of some of it.
Man. Oh, yeah. They're saying that fentanyl is a painkiller. John said he was on it for 10 years.
Anything can be a painkiller if you apply it properly.
There's Ed talking.
In case we tore it down with a Diamond Rio dump truck.
I remember Diamond Rio, good band.
Yeah. So you were in on that. You were in on those shenanigans, huh, Ed? So Ed, I'm sure you know Johnny Foster, or knew Johnny Foster. Johnny Foster was a kid from West Virginia when I was a little kid growing up.
Yo, Johnny.
He was a midget.
I guess you're still allowed to say that instead of a little person.
He was a very little guy, and we were like 10 years old. And I'd wake up and I'd go to his house, and his dad had bought him a Rupp mini bike.
Yeah, RUPP.
In the pull cord.
Yeah.
And I'd go over there, and this little kid, 10 years old, would stand on a kitchen chair in this cottage at the stove and boil potatoes for breakfast. And his father worked for the village, and his mother was a waitress in a diner in the village. And I'd go over and get Johnny, and he would be in his little tidy whitey underwear and his little white t-shirt, and he'd stand on the kitchen chair and he'd boil those potatoes for breakfast. You want some taters, Ed? I'm good, man. I had a bowl of Captain Crunch for breakfast. I'm all good. And then he'd eat, and we'd go out and we'd get on that mini bike, and we would just ride all day, and we'd go around the neighborhood bumming gas from people. Hey, do you have a lawnmower gas can? Yeah. Can we borrow some gas? And they'd like just to get rid of us. And they'd pour gas in the gas tank of the mini bike to get us the hell out of there, Oh man, one summer that's all we did every day was ride that mini bike around.
Hey dudes, fellas, chaps, Mr. and Mrs. I'm gonna leave you because I'm just taking up screen space on this stream and I'm not inputting anything, so I'm gonna leave you to it. I know. Well, get a fucking word in edgeways, but from the guy who says I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, fuck off. No. I'll leave you. I'm just taking up screen space. You guys have a lovely night. We'll see you next time.
Hey, well, thanks, Duncan. Thanks.
Well, big love, Dunk.
Yeah.
Bye, you little buggers.
Yeah, bugger. Take care, man. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, well it can be, my man.
What's the worst you ever got zapped on a microphone on stage?
Oh, damn near unconscious. I couldn't let go of the damn thing.
That happened to a friend of mine at a festival. We were playing as a big 15-piece blues band with horns and stuff.
Yeah.
And the bass player, my friend Mike, something was wrong. And he was the first one to check his mic, and he was holding his bass.
Yeah.
And bam, and it knocked him over, and his glasses went flying off his head. We never found his glasses.
I thought you said we never found him. His glasses were laying there, but.
Oh, he was mad. He was mad. The guy that was in charge of it, he wanted to kill him.
Oh, sure.
And he was like, man, this is an event. You're supposed to have this shit worked out. And we were it was set up on a semi flatbed trailer, big foot trailer. And there's a lot of metal up there.
Yeah.
And if you don't have your electrical proper, and your foot happens to be standing on one of the steel rails and there's something wrong, man, and he got nailed, and it was like, okay, nobody touch the mics.
Yeah, that'll knock it in the dirt.
And what happened to me was I had a couple guitar pedals that weren't on a pedal board that I just brought in the back of my amp. I threw a compressor and a delay pedal down.
Yeah.
My compressor pedal touched that steel rail that had gotten charged by a bad electrical cord.
Yeah.
And it sent 120 volts from my guitar into my amp and blew my Fender 100-watt Fender Frontman amp. Blew it.
Sweet.
And they were gonna replace my amp. They were gonna pay for that and everything, and it never happened. And I took it to a repair guy, and he goes, "Man, this thing's fried." He goes, "Well, let me get a hold of Fender, see if I can get a new circuit board for it." And Fender goes, "Dude, those things are made in China. You can't, not repairable. If you can't fix it, you can't buy
Screw
it.
you, huh?
Yeah, you're done. You just buy a new one." They're like, "Hey, it's a $999. Buy another one." I was like,
J Dub says, "Oh, just turn it to a little green globule." Oh, he's been watching Spinal Tap.
one time,
Did you see that movie when it came out?
yeah,
Spinal Tap, when it first came out to theaters, and I remember going to that, and it was just nothing but musicians in the whole place.
I don't know when I first
It,
saw it.
everybody just like peed all over themselves. It was so funny.
Oh my God,
We had
Nigel.
to go back and watch it later on, that night to try to understand what we missed the first time, because of so much laughing.
The spontaneous combusting drummers.
Exactly. Just left a little green globule.
That's hilarious. And still, one of my favorite scenes is see the sustain on that guitar. No,
Right.
don't touch it. It sustains for days, mate. He
Well, I
goes,
don't hear anything.
you know how everybody likes to turn it up to, and that's Rob Reiner. It's Rob Reiner.
Right.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it. You know how everybody turns it up to 10? We got one more. We up it one more. These go to 11. Well, why don't you just mark it to 10?
Make 10 and make 10 a little louder, but
No, these go to
to
11.
11.
And now my Blues Junior goes to 12. So
Oh, does it?
Fender had to up them and make it go up to 12. Whose genius move was that?
Still got the old tagger on it.
That's hilarious.
Well, you can't even point at it. You go out for a bite to eat, and I'll still be hearing that one.
God.
What couldn't have been more true though was um, Michael St. Hubbins, his girlfriend on the road on that show. It's like, and all of a sudden she wanted to become the manager and get her little mitts on everything, and like the girlfriend's in charge of the whole band now.
Wow.
It's always that way, man. You get the girlfriend, and the little prissy little girlfriend, and she wants to take care of or turn everything over to her little thing. She wanted to dress the band up like animals, and
I've never.
no, we're not going up and do Stonehenge.
I worked under an agent once or twice in my life, and for us, it was more bother than it was worth because we had to drive hours and hours and hours to places
Yeah,
to basically make the same money we could make locally booking ourselves,
sure.
and then give him a cut, give him 10 or
Yeah.
15%.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sending us all over Hell's Half Acre. And
Yeah.
once you're looking at a gig that's 3 hours away, you're like, fuck, I'm gonna get home tomorrow. You know? And
Right.
it wasn't like we were going on a tour. It was nothing like that. We were just getting sent all over the fucking tri-state area.
Right.
New York, Western New York, Pennsylvania, and Northeast Ohio, and getting sent all over Hell's Half Acre to play these gigs. And there were some fun gigs. There were some fun gigs, but honestly, at the time in the '80s and early '90s, we could just book locally ourselves and make the same money. And I played constantly throughout my life, always playing, always booked, but never really left town.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate enough to be one of the guys that the people would still come and see our bands. You know, year after year after year after year. And I guess that I was just lucky that happened. I never did anything like you did when I had a bus. We had a pickup truck and a station wagon.
There you go.
Now I got a van.
We got that first bus when we were 15. That one I showed you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got that one when we were 15.
Jesus.
The drummer's parents were well off. So it's like we went out there and redoing the inside of that thing. And a buddy of ours rode with the Outlaws. He was always helping us with the engine and stuff, and that 671 Detroit. And yeah, we did that until we were old enough to drive. And then it's like party time.
J Dub says, get some beads for the beard.
I've got them.
He's got them.
Let's see. Hang on.
They're called beard beads.
Is that what it is? Not herpes or anything? Let's see.
Hey, thanks. I didn't know you knew Ed Case. Do you know Scott? Do you know who Scott Grove is? Dr. Groovy? He broke the internet once. Scott actually broke the internet with Tonewood. Ed Case, if you knew the shit that went on in the early 70s, late 60s and early 70s on Presidential Drive, Log Cabin Drive, you would be amazed.
Let's see. You bloody wankers.
Instead of the bearded one, you can be the beaded one. Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. Tons of these things.
I could use one of those small ones for a cock ring.
Put one on while I'm here. Yeah, I can feed this thing up to, about 10 of them I can fit in there.
They offered, some shaving company offered ZZ Top like $1 million each to shave their beards off, and they said, "No,
Really?
our trademark. We're not shaving these off. We've made more than $1 million with them. We don't need your $1 million."
Right. You can tell which ones of these are the shitty pop metal ones and which ones are the steel.
Well, you need to get silver and gold, dude.
Silver and gold.
Sterling silver. Well, out where you're at, man, you need turquoise.
This is the silver state right here. So they call it.
Call it what?
The silver state.
Yeah.
You know how you got the sunshine state and the
turquoise
Buckeye state, and so here's the silver state. I was saying he thinks it was Bic Razors that was trying to do that with ZZ Top.
Bic Razors, yeah. I live in the Buckeye state. Oh boy. You know what you can do with Buckeyes? They work good in a slingshot.
Oh, sure.
You can sure wing somebody with one. Ow! You can put them in the hospital, actually.
Oh, it's recorded in doubly. I'm reading some more Spinal Tap stuff.
I saw a thing how they came up with the name. I can't remember how he came up with the name for that.
For what?
Spinal Tap.
Ooh, you've actually heard?
I think Rob Reiner talked about it. I don't remember.
Oh, that was his whole thing to begin with, wasn't it?
Well, him and Michael McKean. You know,
we go.
Michael McKean and that other guy that did Squiggy, Lenny and Squiggy,
Yeah.
they were hilarious on stage when they played music.
Oh yeah.
They were freaking hilarious. And
I go ahead.
they created those characters for a party they went to in college.
Ah,
They went to a costume party and they came up with these characters, Lenny and Squiggy, and then they everybody thought it was hilarious and they just ran with it. And then you know they auditioned for the Laverne and Shirley thing, and what's her name's husband, Laverne Shirley's.
yeah.
Oh, I forget his name now. Her husband was the big producer. He was like, he flipped over him. He goes, I got to have you guys.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
Gary Marshall.
Gary Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah. Spike's a Spinal Tap is not a fun thing. That's something you don't want to do.
Where was it down here? It says they explained the cucumber wrapped in tinfoil in a deleted scene on the DVD release. They go through the metal detector with the
Yeah.
thing shoved down the guy's pants. I've had a Spinal Tap. It's not pleasant. No, it's not. I've had a few of those. It's been a while. It's been about 3 years.
You had one?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've
I
had
don't even want to tell
all
you.
kinds of shit.
I don't even want to tell you what they did to my spine.
Oh yeah.
My neck.
Fun.
They cut through here and moved all my windpipe and shit out of the way and voice box, and took a bone out of my spine and put something in there. And then they went up the back and they sawed through 3 vertebrae and they cracked them open like a walnut and put metal in there because my spine, the vertebrae were closing in on my spinal cord.
Really?
There was no spinal fluid. And yeah.
Is that up at the top, like the C1 and
Yeah, right
up there?
right below my skull bone.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, it didn't cure anything, but it stopped the progression.
Right.
Or it didn't stop it, it slowed it. I'm actually really due to go see my doctor and get x-rayed again to make sure that nothing like moved or fucked up. But I haven't had anything lock up on me that's not working anymore or I can't move. So I'm assuming that nothing has gone haywire.
Yeah. Do you know what's weird? Looking behind your screenshot and there's all the gear. Looking behind me and there's none.
Well, here,
There's not.
let me show
There's
you.
not a guitar to be found in this room.
This is an Epiphone Les
There it
Paul
is.
special in TD yellow with P90s. And I waited a year, Scott, this is no lie. I waited a year to be able to justify spending $129 on a guitar.
Really?
Dude, we were so broke from what Linda went through, what I went
Right.
through. We couldn't work. We couldn't play. We couldn't do anything. And then when we were finally back to where we were functioning again, and it was Christmas time, and Linda goes, "Yeah, fucking just buy it." And I go, why do I want this fucking guitar? And it was because people on YouTube and other places were talking about buying this little Epiphone special for 149 or 29 bucks and just saying, man, this thing is really fun. And this is the guitar that sits here that I play, that I learn all my stuff on, that I practice all my stuff on. I record with it.
Yeah.
Best 100. I played it at a gig once. It worked fine. I had no problem. It was fine. But it's a $129 guitar. You know, how good could it be? I mean, it is what it is. It stays in tune, I think.
And have you got your money out of it? Your
I
money?
made money playing it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I could I could sell it for $80.
Well, no, I'm just asking if you feel like you've got your money's worth.
First 2 gigs paid for it.
There you go.
Yeah, first 2 gigs paid for it.
And you've still got it. You've got all them other guitars, and you still haven't got rid of it.
I don't get rid of stuff. If I do,
I know.
if I do, I give it away to somebody that I think needs it. If
Sure.
I'm not using it anymore.
Yeah.
But I've got old PA gear out in the garage. Like my garage is full of it. I'm
Yeah.
never going to use it.
Yeah.
It's never going to get used. It's not doing any good for the equipment sitting there.
Right.
And I have unloaded some of it, but you know, it's
And I'm supposed to be there what day to pick it up?
whenever whenever you can get here.
I've got a garage full of that too, man. You know that.
Yeah.
It's all ready to roll and like everything's wired, ready to go, but
It's funny because
racks and racks of shit.
Linda didn't start to learn to play the guitar until she was in her 50s.
Uh-huh.
And when we started playing out all the time, her mother didn't understand it. Her mother was like, I don't understand what you guys are doing. What are you doing? We're in a band and we go to clubs and we go in there and we play for 3 or 4 hours. And she goes, not Linda. She doesn't know how to do that. And I go, no, Linda. Well, I told her, we got her to go to this winery a couple times and hear me and Linda play. That was the only place she would ever go. She would never go like to the resort and go to a gig because she was like had a walker and she goes, I'm not going out like that. So I brought it up on YouTube one time and was showing her videos of us playing, and I see she starts fucking crying.
Oh, really?
I go, Alice, what's the matter? She goes, she looks so happy. She looks so happy doing that. And I said, she is happy doing
Yeah.
that. You know, she always wanted to do, I think deep down, she always wanted to do that. And it's all on her. You know, nobody pulled that off for her but her.
Right. And she
And
still works her ass off.
she's in there right now.
Yeah. Let's see who's yakking.
Yeah, I need a bigger home. No, I need less stuff.
Ooh. John had 3 bones in his neck replaced, put in a titanium plate and screws
Yeah,
22 years ago.
screws and plates, man. Here's to you, brother.
And the other John had it done to his neck twice,
Jesus.
about to have it done for a 3rd time, damage from welding, all his flipping life.
Mine was because you inherit things like arthritis and degenerative disc shit. You get that from your father. That's what the doctor
Right.
told me. But I spent my life hanging drywall over my head and holding drywall up to the ceiling with my head while I screwed it. And he went, yeah, that was a bad career choice. So
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, J Dubs is telling me, says, Scott, brother, you should beat up the beard for next Sunday's stream. It'll be an Easter reveal for your new season.
there you go.
I can do that. You have to remind me, Ed.
I will.
If I show up for the stream and I don't have it in, I better, while Duncan's getting all the shit set up, I'll go in there and drag it all in there.
I'll remind you earlier in the day.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, I'll remind you earlier in the day.
I'm almost to the point where I should start getting pretty with it.
How's that saying go? The one that dies with the most toys wins? Owning tons of toys seems to be an any hobby thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Linda plays 3 to 4 hours every single day unless she's not feeling good. And that ain't been too often lately.
Yeah, every time you and I are on here, she's always in there practice.
Yeah, I went in there the other night. She's playing a Yes song. And I'm like, we're never going to play it. She goes, I know.
Thanks, Dubs. See.
I practice when I need to learn something. And I'll practice when I get bored with what we're playing. And I'll go, we got to play something new. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of playing it. And there are some songs literally you never get tired of playing because the crowd likes it.
Uh-huh.
If the crowd's reacting, you're having a good time.
Sure.
If they're reacting good, even if it's Mustang Sally.
Sure.
You put that video up today of Mustang Sally, and I showed it to Linda, and she goes, I can't do that. I go, work on it. Maybe you pick something up. She can't slap and pop, and there's a lot of things that she doesn't wrap her head around,
Sure.
But no matter what, you always pick up something.
But there's ideas in there and
yeah,
parts where I didn't do it and said, just play it with your fingers then, blah, blah, blah.
I have a shirt, Spiked Bikes. If it's guitars, it's not hoarding.
That's true. Yeah, I've been accused of being a hoarder before. It's like, no.
Accused of being a whore.
Yes, I was that. I definitely took advantage of that back in the days.
We have been. We've been music whores. We've played the popular thing. And I'll tell you what, if I play in a band of all my favorite music, nobody will come and see us.
Right.
If I play all my favorite stuff, people are going to go, what is that crap?
You bet. Yeah. I was in a band recently and I didn't understand any of the shit that they were playing. I'm like, what's with this? What was I called? Oh, vegetable music. It was all really hippie, trippy stop. What's that sound? Everybody look, let's go in round. It's like, you're really playing that song? And they're like, yo, man, that's great. It's like, and then it's like breaking out anything that had to do with Vietnam or protest tunes and stuff. And it's like, you're really playing this at the gigs? It's like, wow. Like, just couldn't get into it. It's like okay, so where's the Hank Williams at, man?
Ron Snake. The wife just bought a Jerk Russell pup. I had 3 Jack Russells at once, and they are insane. I'm looking for a Doberman or an English Bulldog, hopefully to eat the Jack Russell.
Jack Russell Crowe.
Or a Staffordshire Terrier. My neighbor got a Wheaton Terrier. That dog's an asshole. It barks and barks and barks. I wake up in the morning and I walk downstairs and I open the door and that dog's at the fence barking at me. I'm like, dude, I just got up. And you're gonna sit there and bark at me.
I had that. Oh, this god horrible. Um,
ADHD, are you serious, dude? Thank you.
awesome. Make it rain.
Like Duncan. I
You
can
rock, man.
get this on my camera.
Are you? Oh, I thought you were reaching for the camera.
No, I'm putting another nail in my coffin.
You said coffin. I'm sure that joke's been made before, huh?
I don't smoke all day until after dinner, and I have a nap, and then I get up and I come in here and I get with you fucking guys and I start smoking and drinking, ruining my life.
Sure. Yeah, I had me a Alaskan flipping husky dog, and boy, as soon as that thing started chewing through my guitar cables,
Ooh.
straps, scratching up my guitars that were on the stands. That dog was out on its ass.
He was a dear little dog. We just had to put him down a few months ago. He was a Chiweenie. So he was a mix between a Chihuahua and a wiener dog. And he used to eat. He would get these because he would get a hold of windscreens and eat them. And I thought, that dog's going to die. And I'd go out and clean up the dog poop in the yard and find pieces of foam. And I'm like, he's going to kill himself if he keeps doing that. And then finally he ate them all up. And I said, all right, well, no more windscreens on the mics. Because I had a studio in the other room. And I don't know why, but I had everything, all the mic amps mic'd up.
Right.
And I had windscreens on the mics, and they were down where he could get them. And he chewed the windscreen off everything, and he ate like 3 or 4 pairs of earbuds off my computer. I was like, you little motherfucker. I'd go pick up my laptop, and I'd go to pick up the earbuds, and they'd be gone. There'd just be wire hanging there. And I'm like, you little son of a bitch. And then one day, he stopped chewing stuff up, and he never chewed anything up again. But
I guess I got to show you something. I'm looking at your shirt.
Those huskies are hilarious. They like to talk.
Oh yeah.
Smoke weed, it's better than tobacco. You know what, John? I agree. And I was an avid user many 30 years.
I had to bring this guitar in just because of your shirt.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Wow, that's cool. You got a lot of cool shit. A Peavy. You got to be kidding me. Is that a Predator?
Yeah.
How did the Beetle thing get on there?
What's that?
How'd the Beetle thing get on there?
Oh, it's just a decal, one of those. The hell, then vinyl decal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. I got another one. You got to see it. Another PV.
Is that a USA? That's a USA PV, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bronze Snake. You had told us about that. That I'm sorry, it's hard losing a dog. He used to date a husky dog. Spike, bad habits are the only habits I have. If it weren't for bad habits, I'd have no habits at all. Another PV. That's a cool cat. That's a cool cat.
Isn't it?
I remember you putting multicolored pickup covers on guitars, green
Yes,
and yellow and orange and shit.
I've got, yes. And then I've got two of my Confederate Strats that have red, white, and blue covers on them too.
Uh,
And these, I've got,
the
I've probably got
guitar,
50 or 60 pick guards that are all different colors.
really?
Yeah. I mean, it's like flipping through when you go to the hardware store and you go to buy paint,
Yeah.
like color swatches. It's like that many of them.
Yep.
It's like every shade of peach, every shade of.
One of the coolest guitars to me is a Explorer with a faded Confederate flag painted on it.
Yeah.
The whole body, a Confederate flag, but it's like faded out and worn.
Yeah.
And the Explorer body just sets it off.
And
It's sending me a message about audio.
of course they can see and hear us.
My cat chews on the vibrato bars. My cat's an asshole. I had this one white, I'm going to call it a jazz box. It was a real thick, semi hollow body guitar. I bought it from a guy. It was called an Arbor. It was a Chinese thing, but it was all white. And I wanted to play it in this blues band. It was like the guitar George Thorogood plays. And it had gold hardware. And I'd put it on the stand, and my dog kept pissing on it.
Yeah.
I was blaming the wrong dog.
I
I thought it was one dog, it was the other dog. And it totally corroded all the gold paint off the hardware.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God, destroyed it. It was like, throw this guitar away. I sold it at the music store for like $100.
Oh, they're asking where my. Oh, somebody wants to see my red, white, and blue ones.
All right.
I got a little thing down here that says, Dr. Groovy, you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. And
You know, I thought your audio was fine, Duncan. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe your earbuds suck.
what you at, bro?
I thought his audio was fine. Thought everybody's audio was fine. I mean, it's as long as it's not a webcam mic or like that mic on my little earbuds thing. That's pretty rough. Tinny and echoey. I'll have to listen to it back. I'll have to listen to the stream back. But you're right. We're musicians. We're supposed to be. Oh man, what are those? They Fenders.
Yeah.
I want that blue one, man.
Isn't that sharp? See.
If you put that to me in your will, I'll put my Mackie PA to you in my will.
So,
Man, those are shiny, clean guitars, dude.
oh, big time. And look at the fret
Oh, look
markers.
at that. You know what? Kramer did a guitar that had star inlays on the.
Yeah. And guess who's on the back of it?
Eddie Murphy is buckwheat.
Exactly.
Buckwheat.
Isn't that great?
If you when you do a gig now, what guitar do you take for electric?
What? Whatever. Anything.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, it makes no difference.
Well, it makes some difference.
And the fender decal on that one. Now, if you'll notice, I left all white on these,
Yeah.
but check out the pull pieces.
Yeah, you did that with tape, right?
Yeah, underneath there.
It doesn't interfere with the pickup?
No, not at all.
It's giving me some ideas, man. Because I used to be an electrician, and I've got like multicolored rolls of high quality electrical tape, different colors.
Mm.
John Pearson said, I guess David Allen Coe would be on the back. I am going to post a video on my channel tomorrow of us doing a David Allen Coe song.
Which one?
One of my favorite songs, and it came out really good with this acoustic band. I'll spoil it. It's Long Haired Redneck.
Oh, yeah.
Country DJs all think I'm an
I'm
outlaw.
an outlaw.
They'll never come and see me.
See me in this dive. Sing the rest of it.
Tape cannot affect the magnetic field. Well, you would have fooled me because I didn't know.
There you go.
The more you know.
You know, the other Paul Reed Smith, there's Duncan. The other Paul Reed Smith SE that I had instead of the Budweiser one that I broke out, this blue one I have, I put plastic pickup covers over top of them.
I just watched
So they're actually plastic covering the magnets.
I just watched a video lesson of you playing that Paul Reed Smith guitar. Or
The
was that
blue one or the
Paul Reed Smith?
which one?
I thought it was blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you had that guitar?
Since they came out, so
All right, so it was an older video. It was the younger Scott, but
a good 10, 12 years, yeah.
yeah.
I wonder why that thing says that down here.
What?
Right underneath you, it says Dr. Groovy.
It's telling you you're in the show. That's what StreamYard does.
Oh, okay. So I thought somebody was trying to tell me something.
It's just telling you that you're live in the show because you're in the studio. So when you
I keep hearing something. Maybe it's Duncan.
No.
Let's
It's the
see.
software telling you that you're in studio, that you're live in the show.
No, I'm talking about this other beeping thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see.
You know, there's a line in that song, Johnny Cash helped me get out of prison long before Rodriguez stole that goat. And people don't know what that's about, and I bet you do.
Now, what's that?
The line in Long Haired Redneck, Johnny Cash helped me get out of prison long before Rodriguez stole that goat.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know what that means.
Ah.
Johnny Rodriguez, he became one of the biggest country singers when he broke out. He was so poor, they were living in the desert and they stole a fucking goat to eat it and got caught. And he went to jail for it.
Man. Oh, I found out what this is. It's somebody writing to me. Where is that guitar? I probably can't. See, can I copy? Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can
I doubt if I can. I'm talking to myself. I
Well,
can't insert a picture in here, can I?
no. Yeah, he was a teenager when he supposedly stole the goat.
We used to say the F word long before Rodriguez fucked that goat. And I'd be over there, doing the goat noises. And
Well, then there's a version of David Allen Coe live on stage going, and I can sing all them
songs about Texas
I still do all the sad ones that I
that
know.
I know.
I'll do that every once in a while, and the guys in the band will turn around and look at me like, "The fuck was that?"
They tell me I look like Merle Haggard, and I sound a lot like David Allen Coe. Him and Hank Jr. both love to hear put their own names in songs, don't they?
Yeah, you don't like Hank Williams, so you can
Kiss my ass. Every song Hank Jr. does, like, hey, Bocephus, or his dad's name.
I used to do OD'd in Denver.
Yeah, I can't even remember her name.
In a rock band. And it would bring the room to a standstill. They'd go, like, we started the tour out in Denver, Colorado. I made the first one, but I did not make the second.
The second show.
And they start listening to it,
Yeah.
And it's like, Doc said, son, you can't do any more of that
cocaine.
And I'm like, yeah! because everybody was coked up at the time. They were all out of their flipping minds with cocaine.
Well, that's what's going on with me. My beard's actually still brown. It's all coke, man.
It's all coke. We used to have this guy that would come in. He had this fingernail on his little finger that was like this long.
Oh, yeah.
He'd take you in the bathroom and he'd pull out the baggie. And
you bet. Just stick it right in there. And
I'd go, all right. And finally, he showed up. He's got this fucking Bowie knife. He yanks out this big Bowie knife and he sticks it in the bag, right? And he goes, you're not sticking that Bowie knife up my nose, you motherfucker. I know you. You're trying to cut me. He goes, no, I'll stand still. And he's like this. I'll stand still. You're like,
it's going up your ass. That's where it's going.
Oh, shit. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
I hear you. Some of the stuff I did should have blown up in my face.
The worst thing we ever had happen, the worst thing that ever happened is we were playing and a guy came in and somebody, his like girlfriend left him and was dating another guy, and they were in this club that we were in. And this guy come in and he pulled out a little 25 semi-automatic pistol and started shooting.
Oh, no shit.
We're diving behind our amplifiers like that's going to stop a bullet,
Right.
And a bunch of people finally tackled this freaking guy. Luckily, nobody got shot. And it was like that was the worst thing that ever freaking happened. That was the worst thing that ever happened.
Hey, according to one thing down in the chat, I have to get one last thing. I know I get up and get all this crap.
David Allen Coe X-rated hits are hilarious. Yeah, cum stains on the pillow.
Yep.
In the butt. Duncan, you had some good designs. I remember you sent me the pictures of those designs. They reminded me, though, Duncan, you know what? Some of your designs kind of reminded me of the Vibracell. Remember the Vibracell guitar that Crazy Rob had? I told you needed to 3D print some of those guitar bodies. He's got a 3D printer. My neighbor Duncan just got a 3D printer. The general. The general.
Somebody said, "Where's Bo and Luke and Cooter?"
I've got on my channel somewhere a version of me doing just a good old boy.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, I covered that song. Duncan made me cover it because he said it'd go viral, and it didn't, you bastard. It never went viral.
I've got a few viral things.
I've had a few viruses.
That's what I'm saying. What's this say? Chat disconnected. Please try again later.
Oh, I don't know. Did you lose your internet?
Nah,
Did I lose my internet?
nah. The last person I have is Kid Wilson. I met JJ Kale. Random request.
I don't know what's up.
Is that the last thing you got?
No, I got a bunch of shit from Duncan and J Dub said, "Where's Daisy?" There you go. Duncan talking. Kid Wilson, I was talking about seeing Hailstorm and
There we go.
standing behind me, Joe and Lizzie. How much they had. This thing was positive. Talk about awkward.
I went ahead and refreshed it.
Okay.
I got everybody now.
Bronze Snake. Country music with a K. Well, you painted up your tits and you curled your pubic hair. Ruby, you have chocolate skid marks in your underwear.
I climbed one of those once.
You kids are disgusting. You run around all day reeking of popcorn and lollipop.
Yeah, bronze snake there. I climbed one of those once. Had one in the backyard.
He's been on my channel forever. He used to leave
One of those cunt trees.
Yeah.
You ever climb a cunt tree?
I tried. Tried to slide it in. Bronze Snake used to leave comments on my channel. It took me 2 days to read. He had to get a publisher. He had to release the unabridged edition of his comments on it. He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't make those big long ones anymore.
Boy, I missed all kinds of stuff on here. I'm catching up.
Rob deleted your MacGyver guitar. Did you ever see the MacGyver guitar that Duncan built for Will Gelvin's Build a Guitar Challenge?
MacGyver guitar.
He built a guitar off of like a Mercedes hubcap. And he used nails. He used nails for. He used like nuts and bolts for the tuning pegs and nails for shit. And yeah, I'm on live chat right now. I'm pretty sure, Spike. Pharma Jabba Yaki. Okay, those were pharmaceutical inspired comments.
Sudafed.
Spider fan. I'm late to the party, but just discovered Wheeler Walker Jr. about a year
Oh,
ago.
there you go. That's some funny stuff right there.
Did you
Have you checked out his stuff?
Never heard of him. Have you ever heard of Scuzz Twitley?
Yes.
You've seen Scuzz Twitley?
Yeah, wait till you. What's that Wheeler Walker thing where they've got the
Wheeler Walker.
two chicks dancing around with their titties hanging out?
I'll check that out.
Yes, yeah. Get the uncensored version.
All right.
He'll tell you what it is. But yeah, it's got all these chicks dancing, and it's got a gal with, I mean, just tons of hair coming out of her shorts, you know.
Jungle.
It's like, yeah, they shoved a wig down there or something, you know.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Puss in Boots. That's the one. That's the one. Puss in Boots, uncensored.
Somebody sent me a Scuzz Twitley video one time, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I was like, "Why isn't this guy world famous?" He's
How is it in a rabbit's hole?
what?
How is it in a rabbit's hole?
Uh,
It's a furry situation.
if you catch the right white rabbit,
Say that 3 times.
I actually liked the Johnny Depp movie, Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I thought that movie was great. That was the best way to tell the story. He was the Mad Hatter, and he was just nuts. And I maybe I'm a sap or a dumbass, but I like Jack Sparrow is such a cool character.
Oh, sure.
I could be Jack Sparrow. And I actually know a guy whose last name is Sparrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Aiden, you're not old enough to smoke. Don't ask. I smoke Doral. I used to smoke Marlboro, but Marlboro went to $8 a pack, so I smoked these cheap ass. Oh, I'm all out.
Oh, no.
I smoked Doral. So I guess I'm done smoking.
John says, I remember Duncan's hubcap guitar.
You're old enough. This kid, Aiden Schloffman Scott, went to the School of Rock, the real School of Rock.
Oh, yeah.
And they posted these kids when they were just little teenagers playing. They were covering the Doors. They were covering Steppenwolf. They were doing everything. It was amazing. Aiden's a cool guy. I've known him probably. He's of age now. He was like 14, 15 years old when he found my channel.
Hmm.
There you go. Little off center. You got to go a little more to your right. There you go. There you go. Way back.
I got all this I can do up. And there we go.
Hey, Aiden, post a link, man. Let me see if I can give you a wrench. I trust your little dumbass. I'll give you a wrench. I give Aiden.
That kind of hurt.
Aiden, you can now post a link. You can now post a link. Yeah, Duncan worked for Johnny Depp, and all they did was get drunk.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah. No, I don't know, but that's what I imagine. Cool, Aiden.
There he is.
Click on it and save it, Scott. And let me put this in bookmarks. Bookie Marky.
Copy.
Songs.
Open link in new tab. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Just click on the link in new tab. And
Witness protection. That's a shitload of tunes.
yeah.
I'm showing a dozen where I'm at.
Okay, I'm gonna go a couple more minutes because it's 12:15 here.
Got to go show some love.
Man, I hope you remember me when you're famous, kid.
Yeah, no doubt.
Come over to my house. I'll give you some guitar picks or something.
I still got some checkered ones. They match my groovy shoes. I turned some of them into earrings.
I had this company called Stoneworks Picks. The guy makes picks out of stone,
Oh yeah.
and they wanted to sponsor me, and they were emailing me and stuff.
Are
So
they
I,
like the polished ones?
yeah, so I did a video about it, and these fucking trolls went and impersonated me and went on their fucking website and fucking blew the deal for me.
Oh really?
And I was like,
When I was young, they had some out that were the same thing. They were called Mind Picks, MIND,
I
and
never
they
got
were
to try one. Were they any good?
polished rock then.
Were they any good?
I didn't like them. Somebody sent me, well, the company V Picks sent me a bunch of different ones. Those clear, some bitchin' picks. They're see-through, and sent me about a dozen different V Picks, and it's like, well, these suck. It's like,
Yeah, you send me a stone pick, and I'm like, you got anything in celluloid?
yeah. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, man, you got to get a V pick, man. They're like $8 each.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
yeah,
And
I
it's
know.
like, there wasn't one in the bunch that didn't suck
I,
ass as
I
far as
know
I
a
was
guy.
concerned.
I know a bluegrass guy that uses a thing called blue chip picks, and they're $50 a piece,
Holy
and
shit.
they come in a little leather carrying case that fits on your belt. And I'm like, okay. I've still got to do a video about the cracking celluloid. The celluloid is my favorite pick
Uh-huh.
because it's what I grew up with. But they break.
Yes.
So you got to have like a pocket full, and you got to be able to get to them quick. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you turn the pick around and you're playing with that side now
Right.
instead of the pointy side, and
Yeah. Someone said purple Tortex all the way. I can't remember. No, that was Aiden. I used my yellow ones.
this has been my chosen pick lately.
Ah, that's pretty. Can
It's
I see?
pretty,
Is that see-through?
kinda, yeah. And then I got a bag full of
Oh, the copper picks. Yeah.
Dario classic celluloid, and the edges wear real fast and they break, and they'll actually get sharp enough. I mean, you can cut through an E string with it. They get sharp. And you just cut through your string with it. But I grew up with the old
Right.
Fender tortoise shell looking
Yeah.
celluloid picks, the medium ones, and the thin ones. The thin ones you couldn't even get through one song with the thin one. You'd break that thing off into like a million pieces strumming. You end up play a punk rock song with a Fender thin celluloid pick. You won't even get through the song with it.
John Pearson, he went off and watched Puss in Boots. He said, holy shit, it's hilarious.
Hey, Scott, I'm
Yes.
coming right back, but I got to go to the refrigerator.
The refrigerator.
Yeah, so keep the troops entertained.
Oh, not a problem.
I've never had 24 people in a stream in like a long time, so keep them entertained. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Show them something.
Oh, somebody, what's up, Doc? He's using the Jazz 3 pick. I can't hold on to them little suckers.
No,
Little tiny picks.
here's a carbon fiber one, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's indestructible. But you know what? When you're strumming like an acoustic, a thick pick will kill my wrist.
Oh, sure.
I have to have a pick that flexes a
Has
little
some
bit
give to it.
when I'm strumming, because otherwise it'll kill my wrist.
Yeah.
Scott, check it out after the stream, the MacGyver guitar. Oh, okay. There, he put a link to it. All right,
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back, kiddies.
And I have opened the link.
I'll be back. Yeah, open it, look at it, and talk about it.
Yeah, and it's got Will's name on it. I'm sure.
Oh, that's the downside. Everybody go look at it.
Everybody can go look at that. Let's see. I like the pick that comes with the toolkit to replace iPhone screens. Say what? What are you talking about, Gil? Hey, Tone Seeker, what's happening, buddy? I pinched my harmonic once. Look, you can pick your picks, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, you can even pick your ass, but do not pick your friend's ass. The nose picks. Is there actually, I know you guys are shitting, but I wonder if there is actually a nose pick that has ever been made.
Duncan, what was Rob's channel? What was his last name?
Then let's fire up a huge doobie.
I can't do that anymore. I get paranoid. I go all paranoid when I do that. And
When you what? Fire up a doobie?
yeah.
I hear a cold one.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's called a finger, bro.
Drink them if you got them. Did you say your drink of choice was tequila or was it whiskey?
Who?
You.
Oh, I'm not allowed to drink.
No, back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, God. Oh, he says they haven't smoked in 25 years. Ah, me too. My drink, God. Usually, other than beer, what the hell were they called? And I was a bartender for 10 years too. Um, I'm singing the song Inspector Gadget. Have you ever inspected her gadget?
I remember Inspector Gadget. I used to watch those cartoons when I was a kid.
I used to inspect her gadget. It was gin and something. What the hell was it?
Tonic?
No. I think it was just pineapple.
Pineapple juice, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, but I drink it by the pitcher.
Right.
You know, just have a couple straws
they're-
stuck into the end of each other.
Called oh God, there's a name for that pitcher of drinks. It's
Yeah, I literally put a straw in the pitcher and drink the pitcher that way.
Kamikaze.
That's it. Thank you.
Kamikaze.
Yes. So just drink pitchers of kamikazes all the time and get obliterated.
I was always just a beer drinker. I never started drinking any kind of whiskey until Linda's mom died, and I acquired 2 bottles out of her house.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, well, I'm not going to throw them out.
I used to drink Drambuie. On fire.
Drambuie.
Fire. Yeah, fire. 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 Lost his mustache.
I was
Flaming asshole.
I was married to a flaming asshole once.
What was his name?
Brenda.
I thought you were going to say Brent. It's like, huh? Flaming asshole. I'm not gay. My husband is.
Yo-yo, yeah. Yo-yo.
Used to drink Jack Daniels and Cuervo. Holy mixed.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I got smashed one time. It cured me of ever drinking again too. It was called a snake bite. It was
Oh yeah.
Yukon Jack and lime juice. And I got so smashed on that one time I never drank Yukon Jack again.
Oh, you can get to that
Matter
point
of
where
fact, even the smell of whiskey would like make me go
how was that again?
bad reaction. Your guys are all too funny. I gotta tell you.
Boy, it's like this thing hadn't been tuned and there's not two strings that are in tune.
Yeah, Tone Seeker, that's an old joke, but yeah, it is a dark joke. What's the best thing about eating a vegetable, Scott?
Something about the wheelchair.
Yeah, getting her out of the wheelchair.
Only time I ever practice anymore is if I have to make up something new to teach.
You know that I posted probably a lot of them aren't on my channel now, but I posted a lot of songs that if I had to play them today on the fly, I couldn't do it because I learned the song to make the video. And I learned it and did it and then never did it again. And then there's other videos I did of songs that I've played for years that I
Right.
can't always pull off.
Yeah.
But like I did a video, a breakdown of playing Telstar. And you know, da 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 da
Oh.
da da da, and I broke that down of how to play that because the point of my video was to learn to play lead, learn to sing a melody, learn to sing and copy what you're singing
Right.
and sing it. And I had a couple videos of it. But if I had to play Telstar right now, you know, I could get through like da 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 da, and then I'd be going like, oh shit, where's it go from here? You know, I'd have to work it all out again. But yeah, let's dive bomb with a 6-point trim.
Yes.
You know what? My guitars can do that. My 6-point trem guitar can do that and come back in tune. I don't know what everybody else's goddamn problem is with they can't make a guitar come back in tune. But maybe I was never in tune in the first place. I'll tell you what, I was fighting that fucking Taylor last night. And every time I put the capo on it, I was like, God damn it. And if I move a tuning key, instead of I'm just trying to like tug on the strings a little bit to get it to come into tune because I put the capo on it.
Right.
And I'm like, if I reach up here, put the tuner on and reach up here and tune it, as soon as I hit it, it's gonna go out again.
Sure.
And I started the song off and I ended up reaching up and just pulling the capo off and laying it on the table and playing it in a different spot. And I was like, you know, that didn't work. Yeah.
Now let's see.
Well, plug it into that. Come on, Jeff Beck. Plug it into that Marshall. Here's a question for you. What do you think of Jeff Beck?
Don't know.
You don't?
No, have no idea. I can't say that I've ever heard him.
Oh, come on.
Serious. No, I can't think of one song that he's ever done, or no idea.
Okay. So we're off that subject.
Yeah, people come up with there's a Mike something field.
Bloomfield?
Yeah.
Goldfield?
Like who that?
Field?
Yeah, it's like who's that?
Johnny Cash.
Got it.
Okay.
It's like Gilmore I've heard, but I couldn't name you more than three Pink Floyd songs in the world.
Did you ever listen to Marty Robbins?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still late at night on YouTube will go down a Marty Robbins rabbit hole. And when I was a little kid, I'm talking 4 or 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had the Gunfighter Ballads records.
Oh yeah, Big Iron
and Run and Gun, and he would I would sit on his lap and put on 3 or 4 cowboy hats stacked up on my head, and he thought it was hilarious. And we would sit there and listen to those Marty Robbins records.
Yeah.
And I learned every word. And when I was in kindergarten, this is not a lie, a taxi cab would pick me up from kindergarten and take me to a babysitter. Me and a couple other kids. And El Paso came on the radio.
I heard that one today.
I stood up on the back seat and sang along word for word with El Paso at 5 or 6 years old. The fucking cab driver, I still remember his name. His name was Richard because I ended up knowing him for years. He pulled the cab over to the side of the road and turned around and looked at me and watched me sing that whole fucking El Paso song. And when it was done, he went, "Where did you learn that?" And I go, "My dad's got the record." And he just started laughing. He goes, "You're hilarious, kid." And every once in a while, I'd run into him and I'd go, "Remember that?" And he goes, "I remember." And God, if the guy was alive now, he'd be like 100,
Right.
He'd be an old guy. I remember being a little kid in kindergarten and he had an electric razor. And we'd come out and get in the cab and he'd be in the mirror shaving with this electric razor. And we're like, why is this guy shaving with a
Right.
razor?
Just one kiss and Felina, goodbye. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso,
Don't worry about me.
I stuck
Yeah,
my finger down deep in her asshole.
They claim that was the first fuzz tone was Marty Robbins' "Don't Worry About Me" because
Oh yeah,
the steel player
and tuned way down low.
speaker
Burn
the tube out,
Yeah.
and it was a god awful sound. I got to admit.
Oh, horrid. Yeah, sound like a tuba playing through a Marshall.
Yeah. He had an incredible voice.
Oh yeah.
It was, and I will, man. I'll go late at night and I'll go down this Marty Robbins rabbit hole and listen to all these old songs, and I'll get all choked up about my dad and go, "Oh
God, I just yawned. See, what's Duncan doing? He just rewatched.
Rob Wheatley.
Who?
This guy in England, Duncan, made that guitar and he sent it to a dude to do a review on it. And the guy did a review on it, and the guy had fucking Tourette's. So he'd be doing it, and he'd go,
Take care, Jack.
and all of a sudden he'd go, and he's fucking crazy. He was a cool dude. He was a cool dude, but he had Tourette's, and he got to a point on his channel where it was like, dude, you don't need to. You need to get off what you're talking about. You need to stop. We get it, but and so I just ended up stop watching him. And then something happened. He got mad at me because I said something like "you're a dickhead" or something.
Is that all?
I don't know what happened. And he got mad at Duncan, and everything went to shit for everybody, and it was all because of you and fucking Tonewood, you prick.
Yeah, it could be.
Was that unbelievable or what?
So many years of it.
There used to be a certain person that we'd be in a chat with, and he goes, "I'm going to call Scott." "Hello, Scott." We're like, he's not talking to him. "How are you doing, Scott?" "Yeah, I was making a video talking about you." Like, he's not talking to him. And if he was, then we were fooled.
True.
And I know how you are about picking up the phone.
Oh, yeah, it don't happen.
You don't. Yeah, you don't. I was in here the other night at 3:00 in the morning clicking on the live chat in Facebook, the video chat. So you had to be sleeping, and your computer's over there going. And I had like 30 of them stacked up, and I had to go fucking delete them all.
my something's making noise.
Yeah, Duncan's talking in the chat there in the Facebook group.
Oh, is he?
For all of you that don't know, we have this exclusive group that is Scott, Duncan, and I. And we communicate regularly on like a nobody ever fucking answers anybody. And once in a while, I'll wake Scott up or he'll wake me up and go, "What are you doing?" "I'm waking up." "I'm trying to wake up. What do you want?" No, I tell you, your live streams. They've been a blast. I feel like privileged that I got to be the guy to hang out with you and do it. I really do.
Thank you, brother.
I've watched you for years. I've marveled at your stuff, and I've learned a ton from you. I probably learned more country licks from you than any and shamelessly to say, never bought a lesson. It was just the stuff you put out free.
Yeah, plenty of it.
It was like, I need to do something. Oh, look here, Scott's got one. And there were literally times where there were weeks and weeks where I was just going through shit that you were posting and picking out licks, and yeah, I can use that. Yeah, I can use that. Yeah, I can use that. And then a lot of stuff, I would sit through and go, all right, come on, get to something,
Right.
because you were doing it for people that didn't know.
Right.
So, I had to wait and wait. All right, get to something good, and then finally go, there it is. Okay, that's something I can use. But
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody really. The only one maybe would be Marty Schwartz, but he's so different in his teaching that he teaches songs.
Right.
It's songs. Here's how you play Wonderwall. Here's how you play this. Here's how you play that.
I still can't figure out how he gets away with it.
He is subscribed to a service that licenses every song that he plays
Really?
so that he is allowed to do it because he's paying a copyright.
Royalty.
You're right. He's paying. And it's a fee, it's a standard fee.
Uh-huh.
They'll have a catalog of 1 million songs that you can play and get away with. That's the way I understand it.
Okay.
That's the way it was explained to me. Because
Good night, Dubs.
if me or you go do that, we get a copyright claim because.
Oh, yeah.
But he's under this umbrella that,
Yeah.
he figured out, I pay this service and they have bought the rights to use this music. It's just like a bar paying the ASCAP thing to have live music in their bar.
Right.
It's kind of like that.
Now, Tony down here, he's talking about the fair use thing for teaching. And I can't get away with using the fair use thing. I used to post it at the beginning of some of my videos where I was going to teach a song, an actual song, and they would take it. They'd give me a strike and take it down. And
oh, fuck. That's, yeah.
If I just went,
oh, well, you just demonetized my video.
Yeah, it's like, who's to say what song that was?
Yeah, well,
that could be any 50 song out of 1,000,
Yeah.
And it's like, it would get pulled.
What was that old 50s doo-wop song, those magic chords?
Yeah, had 3 chords on it.
Those magic chords. Did you like Sha Na Na?
It was my first concert.
What?
It was my first concert. With they were headlining with Donnie or the Osmonds. I'm sorry.
I can sit and listen to fucking Sha Na Na all night, and if you go back and find some of the original videos, with Bowser, there was the one singer. Oh, I can't remember the one singer. Not Johnny Contardo because he came later. The one that was before him that sang like Ramalama Ding Dong. What was his name?
Lenny?
No. Well, Lenny, of course, but no, it was. God damn it! I'll get back to you on this.
Jack Sparrow.
Oh yeah, Jack Sparrow. Yeah. But they to be in a vocal band like that and pull that off. They played at Woodstock. They opened up at Woodstock.
Yeah.
They did Duke of Earl, and the crowd was dumbfounded. They were like, and they loved it. They show these guys' faces. They're stoned on their ass, and they're Duke of Earl. And at first, they're like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, they're like, holy shit, this is really cool, man.
Wait, they're for real.
Yeah.
That's great.
My mother took my dad to Sha Na Na, but it was the version of the guys who were on the TV show.
Right. Yeah.
And they went to a Sha Na Na concert in Cleveland, and my dad was like, that was great. Well, my mother liked Rod Stewart.
Uh-huh.
And she took my dad to a Rod Stewart concert, and like 15 fucking minutes into the concert, my dad stood up and goes, have a good time, Marge. I'm sitting in the car. And he was like, what? And he goes, I'm out of here. I can't listen to this. And for one, it was too loud.
Sure.
For two, it was hot legs, you're a and he was like, you got Marty Robbins tickets in your purse that I can go see? Marty was already dead, unfortunately.
Right.
And he got up and walked out. She got up and walked out behind him, and she was like, God damn it, Dick. And he was like, don't take me to that crap. Oh, take me to that crap.
My second concert was Kiss with AC/DC opening up for them. So that was culture shock between the first one and the second concert.
My very first concert was Bob Seger when Turn the Page came out.
Uh-huh.
And the opening band was a band called Nantucket.
Not familiar with them.
And they were a band from New England, and I can't even remember what their hit was, if they had a hit, but they opened up. But Bob Seger came out, and they sounded just like the record. To me, they sounded just like the record sounded. And I remember going seeing other bands and going, "Wow, that sucked." And we went to Van Halen. They opened up for Black Sabbath. And this was 1979, maybe 1978. And Van Halen opened up for Black Sabbath. And
Wow.
Eddie Van Halen comes out and does Eruption, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm a guitar player. And
And
my
Sabbath,
two buddies
well,
are
they
not,
do go home.
my two buddies are not guitar players. And I go, he's not playing that. There's somebody behind the curtain playing with him. He's not playing that by himself. And they're going, really? I'm going, yeah, that's impossible. There's no way he could be doing that. Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. And you know, it was just amazing. And Ozzy, but I gotta tell you, man, what was the fucking album? Sabotage was the album that came out, I think, at the time. Man, they came out and they played a bunch of that old Sabbath stuff. They started off with a bunch of that old Sabbath stuff. And that place absolutely went nuts. They went nuts. Van Halen, nobody knew what to think. They
Sure.
saw, you know, we were like, I hadn't even got the album yet.
Right.
I didn't even know who Van Halen was yet. And then after that concert, all of a sudden, the album hit. And I was like, holy crap. You know, and I thought that guy was doing some funny, funky business with like a guy behind the curtain playing along with him, you know.
Yeah.
Nope.
Pay no attention to that man.
And then that changed guitar.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my God, man. All of a sudden, you know, all the crap we were playing was like, can you play Ain't Talking About Love?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I have to.
Every guitar player had to be tapping from then on out.
Can you play Eruption? No.
Nope.
And to this day, I've never learned it because what am I gonna do with it?
Right. But thing is, you can get on YouTube and watch 12-year-old girls play it note for note.
Yep. You're better than me, I guess.
I hear you, buddy.
You're better than I am. But can they go to a winery and entertain 10 people, them motherfuckers? I can do that.
Have you seen the slew of super well postured Oriental girls that are drummers?
Yep.
Ton of them. They all play drums, and they all sat perfectly up in that stool and just and they kick butt.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, my friend, I think I'm going to have me some supper at some point here.
All right, good, Scott. Yeah, this is a good time to end it because now we're talking about the Asians and they're just smarter than us. And
they're just better than us, period.
got to get the hell out of here as ugly old men. We got to start it. We got to start a weekly live thing. Ugly old men. That would be great.
It'd be kind of a, hey, Michael, man, thanks for everything, buddy. Appreciate you.
His first concert was ZZ Top. Man, that would have been cool.
Oh, that would be a good one. Oh, that's back when the music was good too. Awesome sauce. Says Ed, come in tomorrow night.
Come in where?
It don't say.
Well, Scott, we'll figure it out. Scott, thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I enjoyed being the little guy down in the circle in your show.
I couldn't do anything if it wasn't for you and Duncan both, man. It's like,
I take no credit. I'm a voice there. That's all I am, and I'm
ah,
your. You know.
I can't thank you enough for just being a flipping friend.
Yeah, Duncan's the tech guy. He's the technical guy. He's I don't have the patience. I get pissed off and just turn the computer off and go, okay.
Yeah,
But,
people are like, Scott, you got any friends? It's like, I got two now.
yeah, and I told you this the other day. I said, it's only been a few weeks that we've been doing this and that we came up with this idea, and it was all because you popped into a
Your chat.
StreamYard chat one night.
Yeah.
And I was like, look. But it feels like I've known you for years because I've been watching you on YouTube since 2013 or 14, somewhere around there, maybe 2010.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been that long, and we have messaged back and forth in the past, and you know, it was always nice, and just to actually get to know you this way, even though we haven't ever touched hand to hand, which I'll come
Yeah.
slap you someday, but
Please do. You be Will Smith.
Yeah, there you go. And you know what kills me about that? They're making a big deal about it, and Chris Rock doesn't even give a shit. He's like, I'm over it.
I know.
But it feels like we've actually known each other a long time. So, you know, that's kind of groovy. So,
It's very groovy.
yeah.
Extremely groovy.
Well, Scott, thank you. And everybody.
Thank you, buddy.
I was gonna go like half an hour, and it's been like forever. So it's been
Over 2 hours.
So you've been on YouTube for 4 hours now. Your wife's gonna disown you. You're gonna have to rent a hotel room.
And you think I've been owned?
Been owned. I know my wife's in there going, "What the fuck's he doing?" So
yeah, I've been at it for a while, huh?
yeah. All right, dude. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. We're cutting out next Sunday. We'll see you next Sunday, right?
5 Pacific.
Something Mountain and
5 Pacific and what, 8 o'clock your time?
Yeah.
8 o'clock Ed time.
Living on Ed time.
And 1 o'clock in the morning Duncan time.
Duncan time. Yeah, 1 a.m.
Hey, you guys all be cool too and take care. You guys rock.
Be groovy.
And thanks, Tone Seeker. Appreciate you, buddy. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. There's Mr. Michael again.
There you go. Yeah, you don't have to go home again. It's no-tell motel time.
Okay, children.
All right, Scott. See you later.
Ed,
Everybody.
happy trails, buddy.
Happy trails
to you until we meet again.